What is up? This is your LA in a minute, and at the turn of the century, American Apparel was one of the biggest clothing brands in all of Los Angeles and the United States. But they had a precipitous, controversial downfall led by their eccentric founder, and now they have a reiteration as Los Angeles Apparel. Let's find out that history. In 1989, at only 20 years old, Canadian-born Dov Charney created the first iteration of what would become American Apparel. He was importing t-shirts into Canada to sell to friends and classmates at school. Then in 1990, with a $10,000 loan from his father, he packed his bags and landed in South Carolina, where he transitioned from importing t-shirts to manufacturing them, learning the ins and outs of the trade. He had a tough run in South Carolina, but he eventually moved to Los Angeles in 1997. Charney worked his way up amongst wholesalers, and by 2000, he moved into an 800,000 square foot warehouse in downtown Los Angeles. What set the brand apart was their commitment to manufacture in America, even with the majority of the industry moving offshore. Simply put, American Apparel disrupted the entire fashion industry. With organic fabrics, a guerrilla marketing campaign, a made in the USA ethos, they became an instantly recognizable symbol of quality to a large and mainstream audience. With an audacious and captivating print marketing campaign, they were named Marketer of the Year at the first ever LA Fashion Awards. Their sexually charged print campaigns were widely considered to be some of the best in the business. It was often criticized, but was also lauded for honesty and lack of airbrushing. Perhaps most importantly, they spotlighted their good treatment of workers and promoted their goods as sweatshop free. In 2003, American Apparel opened their first retail store in Echo Park, an instant sensation. They went on to employ 4,500 employees, open 50 stores, and generate $250 million a year in business within 2 years. However, in 2005, Charney was sued by former employees for a list of incidents, including conducting job interviews in his underwear. Shortly thereafter, he would be sued by Woody Allen for unauthorized use of his likeness on a billboard. The case was settled for $5 million. Despite the bad press, American Apparel thrived. They were the largest t-shirt manufacturer in the United States and had 143 stores in 11 countries. That said, when the economy began to cool and the fashion boom tailed off, sales slumped. What's more, they became the subject of an immigration and customs enforcement investigation, which found that 1,600 of their LA factory employees were not authorized to work in the United States. Within a year, American Apparel reported an $86 million loss and found themselves in the midst of a federal subpoena regarding their accounting. Despite controversies, American Apparel stood by Charney as their tenacious leader. However, in 2014, the board of directors ousted him after further allegations of misconduct. Without Charney at the helm, the company filed for bankruptcy in 2015. In the aftermath, Charney penned an open letter on Medium expressing his full thoughts and holding nothing back, promising to return to the market. And that was the genesis of sweatshop-free Los Angeles Apparel based in South Central Los Angeles. Sound familiar? All right, LA, it's been a minute.